Kia ora everybody, good morning. It is day 79 today, and I had some vague aspirations of hopefully finishing the North Island in a nice round 80 days, but unfortunately that's not going to happen, but that's okay, I don't mind. I have potentially 3 days worth of hiking left. So today I tackle the Escarpment Track, which is a little daunting this morning, and not necessarily for the elevation gain, but more because my feet are really suffering today after that lovely long walk along the beach yesterday afternoon. But this morning I do have some errands to run. I stayed with my friend again last night in Paraparaumu, and I've got my resupply box here that I had sent to her a couple of weeks ago, which I've now filled up with everything that I absolutely do not need. It's hopefully allowed me to lighten up my pack a little bit, and hopefully it'll make the next 3 days a little bit easier. But yeah, I'm getting very excited for the end of the trail now. It's going to take all of my strength not to hop on a train down to Island Bay and a bus to finish off. Okay, so I've arrived back in Paekakariki, which is where I left off yesterday. And I am about to head straight up and out onto the Escarpment Track. I managed to pick up some Nextcare blister plasters. Fingers crossed that that works. So far, touch wood, they are feeling a lot better. Let's go and tackle this big hill. Alright, lots of warning. Steep, exposed, on the edge. Sounds like my favourite kind of trail. Let's go and give this a go. It is steep, but it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Totally recommend this walk. You can just see some people making their way up over there. And I think, although I'm not sure, if you look down there, the track continues over that side. It's halfway. Getting a little bit nervous just then, coming down that hill. Don't know whether my legs or my stomach had given up first. It is very steep and it is very exposed, but I'm just taking it nice and slowly. And I've reached the halfway point in about, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe not even quite that. So you don't need to rush this section, you really don't. So I'm just trying to take it nice and slowly. Unfortunately, my blister plasters are coming off with the sweat. It's a bit of a shame. I have to try and find another solution for the next couple of days. I'm almost afraid to go around this corner. Yeah. Doesn't look too bad. And there's the first swing bridge there. Okay. Let's try and get over this. Nice and easy. crap. Okay, first one down. And there's the second one. Sorry, there was no filming across that one. It's pretty scary for me anyway. I don't know why. I seem to have developed this irrational fear of heights in the last couple of weeks. Anyway, only about 3 kilometres now to the end of the track, so and I am sweating buckets, it's ridiculous. So I'm just excited to get to the other end now and be done with this track. I was thinking at the start that this would be a beautiful walkway to come and do with my family, not that my mum would do it. But now I'm like, okay, I've done it, I don't have to come back anymore and do it again. Done it now. End of the escarpment track. Nice. Okay, so just arriving here now at the Porirua Bay train station. The train's just arrived. I'll do a quick check for any others. All good. Goes. So I was checking Facebook this morning. I saw that Jess, who I cycled the second part of the timber trail with, had posted a message up there that she was in or around Paraparaumu a couple of days ago. So I made a comment on there and said, "Hey Jess, I think I might be around about the same area as you." And she said, "Yeah, sure are, we're heading to Porirua today." And I said, "No way, me too." She's still with Mikhail, so he walked that second 42 kilometres of the timber trail when we cycled it. But yeah, I was just stopped there for lunch at the dairy here at Porirua Bay, and they wandered up and met me there, so that was really nice. They stayed in Paekakariki last night at the campground that I was considering staying at. Like I said, we're both heading for the same place today, and then it sounds like they're going to try and push all the way into Wellington City tomorrow. It's about 32 kilometres. I might do that with them, or I might just take a slightly shorter day to Nio. I'll just see how my feet are feeling, so we'll just see. I think I'm only about 500 metres from the Plimerton township at the moment, where I'm probably just going to stop for another 10-minute break or so. But I've been following since Porirua Bay the Harakeke pathway, which basically means the flax pathway, and it's just been so hot. There's not really an awful lot of shade, and basically the entire pathway has been tarmacked over, or it's an actual path like this one here. So of course in the heat of the day the sun is hitting it and it's reflecting back up at me again, but thankfully at the moment there's a little bit of a breeze, so hopefully that sticks around for a little while. Well, I think I've only got about 7 kilometres left to do to Porirua, but I just could not walk anymore. Feet are so sore in those boots. The soles of my feet are incredibly sore from the hard soles on the shoes. going to be hard to do 32 tomorrow if I decide I want to. And I think my heat rash is coming from the sunscreen on my legs. I think it's just not allowing them to breathe properly because it's flaring up again and has been for the last couple of days, and the last couple of days have been the first couple of days that I've worn sunscreen in a little while. Anyway, I'm going to stay here for 10 minutes or so, rest up my feet a little bit more, and then push on for the last 7 kilometres to Porirua. I'm struggling with the heat today. Just all pathways like this today as well, except for the escarpment track. I can see the township of Porirua now, but it's still about 2.5 kilometres from when I actually get into the town to the camp that I'm staying at tonight. So I think I might just stop at the supermarket and grab some more food. So I'm feeling a little bit hungry, and have a little bit of a break before I go and do those last 2.5. Well, I couldn't take it anymore. So for the first time in 79 days, I'm hiking in my camp shoes. The pain was just so bad in the bottom of my feet. The heat rash is spreading out my legs, so I'm hoping that my practice of, for the last few nights, rubbing aloe vera into my legs at night time, mainly to moisturize them after the heat and exposure of the day, but I'm hoping that that's actually also helping the heat rash too. I've only got 2 more days, maybe even a day and a half. I'm not ready for this trail to beat me yet. Te Araroa might be done with me, but I am not done with it yet. My body is tired, I'm weary, and the end is definitely nigh. You know, it's been an amazing experience. I've really enjoyed every single day, although some more in retrospect than others. But it's definitely time to not get up and walk every day now. Good morning, everyone. It's day 80 today. That seems crazy. 80 days of walking on Te Araroa. And today I am beginning my day with a climb up to Colonial Knob. Today is going to be filled with hills, and I think some of it is going to be relatively difficult. Most of it being tramping tracks and things today. And then tomorrow, hopefully, I will finish my journey on Te Araroa at the Island Bay southern terminus of the North Island. Despite my better efforts, even though I managed to leave by 7:30 this morning, Jess and Mikkel are still, just managed to beat me out the door. So I'm going to be playing catch up for a little while. I mean, I'm not actually walking with them or anything like that, but I think today it would be really nice just to have some other people around. It's steep today. Why is there always a massive hill climb first thing in the morning? When you've got maximum water and all your food. Still got to go up there. Endless stairs. call this the Windy City for nothing. There are some very dark clouds threatening over there, but for the moment I am just enjoying and reveling in the cold weather, the fresh wind. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good after that really hot walk yesterday. So far today I'm enjoying myself, but this is how yesterday started out as well. So we'll see how long it continues. Past the sign a little further back there saying that Mt Kaukau is 10 kilometers and 5 hours away. We're all hoping that that is not the case, but so beautiful this morning. Just walking on a high today, like this is the best way to finish out the trail. I think just some beautiful hiking through lovely farmland and not too hot weather, still enough sunshine to illuminate the hills. It's just gorgeous. Don't want to be anywhere else today.
Okay. The kitchen.
I just love it when there is clear signage for the trail. Here's the opposite sign up there. Te Araroa to Mt Kaukau. This way. It's going to be a climb. There's a mast up there behind those clouds. The wind is still blowing, as you can probably tell, sometimes strong. Oh. There goes my headphones. You can see why they put a wind farm just over there. There it is, first glimpse of Wellington. Wow, amazing. Doesn't look like far from here. And we only have a little way further to go before we stop, and I think I caught sight of Jess actually ahead of us. There were two options back there, an easier gradient and a steeper gradient. And I considered the steep version myself, but I think Jess must have taken it because I'm sure I saw her disappear up over there a little while ago. definitely blows the cobwebs away. Time for lunch. Oh, and I picked this up yesterday from New World. I've just said my goodbyes to Jess and Mikhail. I feel kind of crappy about leaving them after having hiked the first 20 kilometres today, but they are having a very nice leisurely lunch. It's about 1:45 now and I'm just conscious of time ticking on. I have decided to splash out on a private room in a very swanky looking hostel, and I've also booked my bus back home for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just filled with, I don't know, anticipation for what tomorrow will bring, and also I guess a little bit of hope for rejoining Te Araroa next year as well, and completing the South Island. I'm really quite looking forward to that, but I'm still struggling a little bit. I would much rather be pushing on south. I still consider myself a thru-hiker. Close to 1,800 kilometres is a pretty amazing achievement for anyone, and just because it's not 3,006 kilometres doesn't mean that I should be any less proud of myself. So next year I get to pick up the trail, meet some new people, and enjoy the wonders of the South Island. But for now, I am just totally focused on getting to Island Bay and touching that final stone. Pace is slowed to a crawl. Downhills are painful. So much pressure on my feet and my knees. I can see where this ends. I mean, going uphill is tiresome and it just saps all your energy, but coming down is just excruciating. So the trail is making me come all the way down to the bottom of the Botanic Gardens so that I can climb back up to the top and then come all the way back down again. It just seems unnecessarily cruel. There's a really big part of me right now that just wants to skip it. I can't. I didn't walk all this way to skip the last 6 kilometres into the city. Literally hobbling now. Okay, here goes. I'm just too tired and in too much pain to be following Gut Hook properly, so I missed a couple more turnings, but I did eventually end up in the right place outside the BEEHIVE, which is our Parliament buildings here in New Zealand. I do want to follow the trail as much as possible, and like I could have pretended like I'd walked through the Botanic Gardens and not let you know that I hadn't, but I wanted to try and be as honest as possible. So anyway, there's a tiny little bit of this trail that I have skipped, so My bad, but I can come back and do it later with the rest of it, right? Well, I've decided I'm just going to give up today. I still have a bit of a walk through to the hostel tonight anyway, so I think I'm just going to cut through the city, go straight there and rest my legs out ready for tomorrow. 6 to 10. Okay. It's quite a small little room, but it'll do. Well, I made it to my hostel and I have been successfully lying here on my wonderful double bed for the past hour and a half. This is such a fantastic place. I am so glad that I decided to spend a little bit of extra money. The showers are amazing here. They are one of those like rainfall rose type things, and I just stood under it for 10 minutes, just letting the vigorous flow wash over me and cleanse me of the stickiness of the sweat and salty disgustingness that had amassed today. I'm a little bit disappointed actually that I missed the section through the Botanic Gardens. It's just a little bit unfortunate that I had taken that wrong turn, and because I would have liked to have shown you guys what that was like through there, and also to have shown you a little bit more of what the walk along the quay is like as well. But I was just in so much pain by the end of the day, and the wind was so incredibly strong and brutal that I just couldn't do it anymore, so I hope you'll forgive me for that. So I'm planning on heading away from here by 6:30, and that will give me a good 3 hours. Excuse me. A good 3 hours to get to Island Bay, and I'm hoping that that's going to be plenty enough, and I can't think about it right now because if I do, I'm going to start to get emotional, and today is not the time to start getting emotional, so I can save that for tomorrow. Okay, good night everybody, and I will see you tomorrow for the final day. It's 6 a.m. and I am rejoining the trail. 11.4 kilometers. That's all that lies between me and the end of my journey on Te Araroa this year. Got a couple of hills today, and then I'm going to glide into Island Bay with all the pomp and circumstance of somebody who's just spent the last 2.5 months hiking the length of the island. I can't wait. So that is Island Bay over there, and I still have to go over that hill. It's actually within sight now. Well, I've just crossed the marker that signifies 5 kilometres to the end of the trail. I suppose now would be the time for me to come out with some profound words about what my experience has been like so far. I have to say I don't have any, but I can tell you how much I've fallen in love with the trail over the last kilometres. I still cannot believe that just 81 days ago, or roughly 2.5 months ago, I was taking my very first steps, stepping away from the lighthouse at Cape Reinga and hoping and praying to the universe that my feet would carry me, and yet here I am now. After having walked, paddled or biked to the southernmost tip of my journey today at kilometre 1793.6, I honestly can say that I am incredibly proud of myself. And I'm just hoping that in some way I can hang on to that hopefully I can remember that life doesn't have to be about all the trivial stuff. It doesn't have to be about hitting targets and making budgets, paying bills and struggling. It can be about being free and trying your best to make the most of absolutely every single day, regardless of what the day throws at you.